Welcome to a little corner of consciousness, where we embark on this journey of consciousness expansion together, one coherent step at a time. On a little corner of consciousness, we explore coherence, expansion, and frequency as we move deeper into our wholeness together. I'm your host, Stephanie Ablett. Welcome to the show. Welcome to a little corner of consciousness. I'm your host, Stephanie Ablett. And if you are open to it today, I would like to talk about expanding your consciousness. And I mean this in a visual and energetic way. If you have ever done any Dr. Joe Dispenza meditations, or if you know his work at all, you know that he walks you into the darkness, he walks you into the quantum field. And that is where you let go of everything and become pure consciousness, where you close your eyes and you allow yourself to settle into the darkness, to sense that there is no limitation to what you can perceive when your eyes are closed. You close your eyes and you stop focusing on the physical body. You stop focusing on the external world. You stop focusing on time, location, all of your senses except for your inner perception. And this is when we can begin to expand our consciousness and to recognize that we are consciousness first. That consciousness is what is embodying this physical body and allowing us to actually live this physical life. That we are not a body and a brain and a mind that has these senses that are taking in the world, and that is our experience of life. I would like to explore the concept that we are actually and always consciousness first. When you allow yourself to remove the external world and only go internal, that is when any perception of limitation you have becomes extinguished. Because your ability to perceive is infinite. I spent years in meditation, in hours of meditation every single day, exploring consciousness, exploring our ability to expand and expand and expand more. You can actually do anything with your consciousness. We are just beginning to understand what that means for us. To be able to get to know and explore the quantum field. What that is, what that means for us, moving ourselves out of the limitation of time, moving ourselves out of the limitation of physicality, moving ourselves out of the limitation of the human mind into the infinite mind. I love that shit. I live for it. I have had some of the most incredible inner journeys by doing this. That you come up against the most insane things. I'll give you an example. Let's see. So I had an experience, I believe it was either the end of last year or the beginning of this year. No, it was the end of last year. I think it was about maybe around October, November of 2024. I had an experience of 0 point energy where I allowed my consciousness, say you close your eyes and you see yourself in blackness, but sometimes you still see yourself, quote unquote, as the physical body, as yourself floating in this field. And then you can start to dissolve that. And so, in this one meditation, in this one experience, I started to move through the field at lightning speed as fast as I could. I was just moving my consciousness, sending my consciousness, speeding infinitely through the quantum field, through this empty space that is not empty at all. And I allowed everything that I perceive myself to be to just start to fall away. Bit by bit, I was dissolving into a single point of consciousness. I was this dot speeding through the quantum field, moving deeper and deeper and deeper and wider and wider and wider into this field, this infinite, endless field. And I got to the point where I literally was just a speck and it stopped. And I allowed my physical body to breathe out anything that was left, to hold my lungs in this empty space. I created a void within myself in a moment in time as I was perceiving myself as this speck of consciousness in the quantum field. And the most profound energy rushed into my body. It was source, it was God, it was the infinite filling the void that I had created. I had let go of everything that I had perceived myself to be, to empty myself to 0 point, to experience the 0 point energy of source. And my body began to shake and vibrate with this energy that was coming through me. It was involuntary movements, allowing this jolt of energy to come into my body. And I just allowed myself to experience it. And in that moment, in that point of consciousness, in that point of existence, I just broke into this infinite expanse of energy. It was the portal into the infinite expansion of it all. And those kinds of experiences change you. They change you physically, they change you mentally, they change you spiritually, they change you energetically. You come out of that meditation and you are not the same person. You are in awe of what is actually possible for you to experience. And that experience stays with you. Even now, I think back to it, and my body is just filled with chills and lightness and expansion from my core. I am still holding that energy in my body, in my energetic field. It is still charged with the particles of the all that I experienced in that meditation. So if you ever feel like you are limited, this is available for you too. And I know not everyone has has an easy experience of meditation, it does take time to sit with yourself and allow yourself to be open to perceiving and experiencing things in this way. But we are all made of the same stuff. We are all made of the same energy. We are all capable of experiencing that depth and that expansion. Even lean in right now to the concept that you are consciousness first, and that your consciousness is able to expand and open and perceive the infinite nature that you are. A few weeks after I had this experience, I had a live activation with a lovely group of humans, and I took them on a similar experience. And this was recorded and made into a meditation called openness. And if you would like to be walked into this kind of experience, this inner journey, it's available on my website. That link is below. Only if it's calling you. I'm sharing it because it's there. And if this spoke to you, that recording, that activation will speak to you too. Let's lean into our infiniteness. I think we're done with being finite. I think it's time to expand. I'm sending you so much love. I'll see you in the next episode.
Hello, lovely listeners. Thank you so much for giving your time and energy to this episode of A Little Corner of Consciousness. Now that you have received this transmission, give yourself time to ground it in. Allow it to land in your body and to move through your body. Let the energy move through your centers to your root and down into the earth. Bring it all the way down into the center of the earth and let the transmission become grounded, rooted, and embodied. And if you enjoyed this episode, please share. Please leave a review. Please download, follow the show. Help me to reach more individuals. And if you'd like to learn more about my work, visit stephanieablett.com. I'm sending you so much love. Until next time.